Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Kyle, and he's in the Ohio, at tier 10 US battleship. Now he's on the map north, and this is a ranked battle. So we have 3 battleships, 2 cruisers and 2 destroyers, although one of the cruisers is super cruiser. Now it looks like the enemy is heavily pushing the C cap, while the friendlies are more evenly split. We have 4 ships here pushing more or less A, and we have 3 ships for C. Now we can see, right, 5 enemies there, so we see basically everything except for the destroyers. And assuming the destroyers have split, that means there is a 6th ship at the C cap. Now there are some torps coming this way, it looked like 5 torpedoes, so that would indicate the Holland, so presumably the Holland might be here in this camp. So we'll see how this goes. The friendlies certainly have to be careful at sea, but you know, there is a lot of potential for crossfires. Like, sending all of your ships to one camp is usually not a great way to play this. Now, unfortunately... Oh, wait. Annapolis does have radar, right? I was just saying the friendlies don't have radar here, but... Annapolis does have radar. I'm not mistaken. And the gearing has found the Holland. It looks like the Holland has stayed at home. Well, since he doesn't have any help, he's probably just here for some scouting and defense. We'll see how this goes. Now, Ohio's secondaries are opening up against the Kurfürst. And the Kurfürst secondaries are not answering, which is curious. Oh wait, why is the Sommers pushing through here? It's like a horrible idea. I mean... why? Now, of course, the Sommers could get off a devastating strike against Ohio here. That's probably exactly what he's going. But there is no way he can survive the strike. And down goes the Sommers. And those are not... those are not torpedoes that will lead to a devastating strike.
Acknowledged.
So, I mean, why push through this gap here in the first place? I'm not sure what the enemy saw. But the enemy shouldn't have seen, like, a lot of ships there at the C camp. So either the Sommers knew it was a bad idea, or he didn't have enough information to know if it was a bad idea. So generally speaking, that was a very bad push there. He should have tried to spot the Grossevoy instead and help his forces at sea, probably. Meanwhile, the gearing is capturing A. And yeah, I mean, the problem is that the Annapolis, obviously helping him if the Sommers is still around here. The Kurfürst has decided to go to C because that's where the fight is. So the gearing is sort of alone. But he got the camp. Meanwhile, Kyle is going through this channel here and wants to create a crossfire, right? Now, the Kurfürst, the Austrian here, is still alive. We have this Kurfürst coming. If it's timed right, like if he comes around here when the Kurfürst comes around here, well, the friendly Kurfürst was lost, but this Kremlin is pretty low. So I'd still say this could work. Of course, the problem with random teammates is that coordination is usually not what happens. But if they both come around, like, from both sides at the same time, I see some potential here, especially if the enemy Kurfürst just sails towards the 9 line. Right, so this Kurfürst, not only did he deploy with everybody else at the C cap, he then decided that he doesn't even want to fight for the C cap. Yeah, there goes the Kremlin. So it's not looking too bad. One concern is also still the Holland. Holland has long-range torps, so Kyle could get torped from the left. But, you know, he's well angled here. The Kurfürst is broadside, so that's a very nice salvo. And the Kurfürst should have gone here for a super strike. Well, he took a big hit right now, but it's still not looking too bad. The Salem is obviously not very well armored. He can't just go through the rear. So he could try to finish off the Kurfürst right now. Looks like he wants to go through some Salem booty instead. No citadels, but a good salvo nonetheless. And those are the Holland torps that I was talking about earlier, but yeah, he can sneak past him. Now he has to be careful because it looks like that Kurfürst is trying to reverse to ram him. Not that reversing is very quick in a Kurfürst. Also keep in mind that the Kurfürst can absolutely citadel him.
Our team has taken the lead.
So nicely squeezed by here. And it looks like he's still going for the Salem. Yeah, honestly, I would have finished off the Kurfürst first. The Kurfürst is well, okay, there goes Kurfürst. The Kurfürst is a threat with those guns, much more so than the Salem. So I would have prioritized that. Down goes the Salem, and you know this, I said coordination is rare with randoms, but this worked perfectly, right? The Kurfürst came away from the one side, he came around from the other side, and the enemy team just got sandwiched and wrecked. So, well, the friendly Kurfürst is down, but this Conde isn't gonna last much longer, and... Come on, there we go. That leaves the enemy Kurfürst standing alone. Now at some point I finished off the Halland, which I sort of missed, but this is fine. So, yeah. Sometimes teamwork happens. And that Kurfürst is even running further away. Now, of course, you know, the enemy team, they all deployed to one side, so they were easily flanked, and then some ships like this Kurfürst wasn't even willing to stay on this side. Like, he didn't even wanna be part of this blob, he wanted to do his own thing. Away from the fighting. So, yeah. What led to this crushing victory was basically... well, bad decision making on the enemy part and a very well coordinated push on the friendly side. And you know, in this case, random teamwork just happened, which is amazing to watch. And this Kurfürst that's desperately trying to find another map is soon gonna sink. And this is gonna be a nice victory. And this is also gonna be the last video this year, obviously. So, Happy New Year, everyone! And I'll see you in the next one, I suppose. Also, I still have some results screens here, so Kyle did very well, as one would expect from his replay. So yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Happy New Year, and see you next year.